Welcome to the Horror Next Door. This is our favorite new horror trailers from March 2023. If you like this video, please subscribe.
Godless, the Eastfield Exorcism. Laura is a woman tormented, torn between science and faith. Pushed by her husband to seek treatment from a congregation of zealots, a ruthless exorcist will try to save her soul by putting an innocent woman through hell.
Godless releases April 6th on VOD.
There are a lot of really bad exorcism movies, but with this film, you don't even actually know if this woman, quote unquote, needs an exorcism. The doctor is clearly stating to her and her husband that abandoning medical treatment is a bad idea, but her husband is just convinced that it's not a medical problem and wants to turn to religious zealots and see if they can exorcise whatever is inside of her. I want to know what the truth is. Is there actually something possessing her? Or are these people just crazy and literally torturing a poor, innocent woman? The Daniel guy that they have coming in to do the exorcism looks freaky and scary. I don't know what it is about him. He just immediately looked intimidating to me when they opened the door and he turned around. And it looks like there's some really good acting, especially from the leads. So I'm very interested in seeing this for sure.
I am not a huge fan of exorcism movies. They're really hit or miss for me. I feel like there's only a handful that I actually enjoy. That being said, when I saw this movie pop up and I saw the thumbnail and it was the devil guy in the thumbnail, I was like, oh geez, this is going to be bad. But after we watched the trailer, I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised. I thought it looked pretty good. I don't know. There's just something about this trailer that has me interested and has hope that this will be one of the good Exorcist type movies. Can't wait to check it out.
The elderly. An elderly mother commits suicide, which is the catalyst for the physical and mental deterioration of her husband. Their son brings him to live with his family, and the new living situation rapidly goes downhill until it literally becomes a matter of life and death. The plot of this actually is quite sad. I think the interesting parts about it are what is he referring to and what did the mother see or what was she interacting with that drove her to suicide. The elderly man is talking about speaking with someone or something at night and oh, now I'm strong enough to do it. And they're like, do what? And I want to know what. It shows him with a razor blade looking like he's about to cut his chest or something in the mirror. And I really just want to know what the heck is going on here. There are also a couple of moments visually in this trailer that were super freaky, so I'm just hoping there will be a bunch of cool, crazy things that we're not even seeing in the trailer.
This movie definitely looks like it's going to be very unsettling and just creepy. I really don't know what to say. I mean, there's obviously a lot of like real life type stuff in this with dementia and stuff, but there's also something else going on that just adds something to this that I really can't explain. And I just think it looks really good and can't wait to check it out.
The Tank. After mysteriously inheriting an abandoned coastal property, Ben and his family accidentally unleash an ancient, long-dormant creature that terrorized the entire region, including his own ancestors, for generations.
The Tank releases April 25th on VOD.
I love the original Creature from the Black Lagoon film, but I just feel like ever since then there's a lot of really poorly made and cheesy and just plain bad creature feature films out there. This trailer basically just made it look as though this movie is not one of those crappy things. I'm seeing a decent looking creature and some potential here. So even though I do think a few things about it are cheesy, such as the setup at the beginning of the trailer, which I get setting that up with the axolotl in the film, but did it really need to be in the trailer, you know? And then the mom's reading the little girl a story, and that also applies to the situation. It is foreshadowing something. So yeah, there are some corny things, but I do think it looks like an entertaining and pretty fun movie that could also have the potential to be slightly freaky, depending on what that creature is all about and what it's trying to do and how it's working to accomplish whatever it wants to do.
So just like Exorcist movies, I'm really not a huge fan of creature features as well. Obviously, there's some good ones out there, but they don't really have a good track record. The thing I like about this trailer is, even though the trailer starts off very cliche, oh, a family inherits a house and something weird's gonna happen, I do like the idea that the weird stuff that happens comes from this tank that they have. It's not something in the house. It's not something with the kid. You know, it's a monster in in the tank and then crazy shit's gonna happen. That whole story aspect I do like. So hopefully we get some cool creature stuff. Hopefully the thing gets out of the tank and we get to see it in the light and it looks awesome. Very interested in this. Can't wait.
From Black. A recovering drug addict, desperate for closure and saddled by crushing guilt after the disappearance of her young son, is presented with a bizarre offer to learn the truth about what happened and set things right, if she is willing to pay a terrifying price. How dark is she willing to go for a chance at redemption?
From Black releases April 28th on Shudder.
Although this movie does feel familiar in some ways, I think overall it feels quite original, and I like that it's not solely relying on the ritual aspect itself. It doesn't seem like it's going to take a long time to get to that point and do a big long build-up or rely on the entire ritual process to make the whole movie runtime. It's showing things that happened before, why she's desperate enough to try to do it, things that are happening after, she's in a jail cell pleading for help, saying something's in there. It just seems very interesting, and I am certainly looking forward to seeing how this unravels, from what happened to her son to how it affected her to what the ritual entails and what in the heck that awesome looking demon thing is. Very excited for this one. I think this is the one I'm the most looking forward to for this month's video.
Yes, this is definitely my favorite of the bunch that we're talking about. I really can't wait to see this, and I'm glad it's coming to Shudder. The one thing that really stood out to me is the special effects in this movie. Obviously, there's some CGI stuff, but there's also like some practical stuff. I mean, they don't really show too much in the trailer, but as far as the practical goes, it's mostly just like set dressing. There's a shot where the girl opens the doors up and there's blood everywhere. Like, who knows what took place. Hopefully we get to see what took place, but there's blood everywhere and it looks really good. And I'd have to agree with Hellcat, that demon looks awesome. It looks like a combination of practical effects and CGI. It has like this floating, almost like cloak thing when it walks, and that's CGI, but the actual person and the face and stuff looks practical. So I really have to applaud the filmmakers for this. My favorite shot is the shot of the girl floating. I think that was an awesome shot, and I'm going to use it as the thumbnail because I love it. Can't wait to check this movie out. Love supernatural, demonic, weird shit, so bring it on.
As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment letting us know your thoughts on these trailers, all of which will be linked below along with our store and social media pages. Until next time.